All right, we are back. Welcome back, everybody. We're here at the Newport Harbor Lawn Bowling Club for the 2025 Southwest Open Women's Pairs. We had an earlier game, pretty nice match, third flight quarter, and here we got a second flight semi. Our thank you to Aero Bulls USA for their sponsorship. Aero Bulls, same line every time. So again, our crew here. We have, I don't know if Gary Hiltunen is still here, being our roving reporter. Yeah, he's here. He's giving us and helping us with the setup. Steve Normontes on the camera. Gary Barnes, the producer, and this is Scott Roberts. And we have a special guest joining us in the booth. I wish she was still playing, but given that she's unfortunately out, she's going to join us in the booth to provide some expert commentary. National umpire and chief for Bulls USA, Melanie Visitor. Hello, Melanie.
Thank you for the introduction, Scott. Very nice. I appreciate it.
So this match, this second flight semi, will be between Katja Spangler-Moore and Joan Robbins versus Nancy Santos and Janice Walter. Unfortunately, Katja, both of these teams were in the championship flight and unfortunately lost their first one today, so they bounced down into the second flight. So the loser of this one will be done for the day, and the winner will play in the second flight final. Katja and Joan were the number one seed. They were 4-0 yesterday, and unfortunately dropped their first one today. Nancy and Janice had lost one yesterday, but lost again, another close one today. So we'll do in three bull pairs, or as the rest of the world calls it, pairs. And we'll be 16 ends in this game. So we're just still doing our trials here, and then we'll get started shortly. So Melanie, given that you were bowling, how did you find the green here at Newport?
Well, I'm sure that they're quite good. That wasn't my experience. But no, they were rolling nicely. And certainly the speed continued to pick up as the morning went on and the dew got off the grass. And so, yeah, very nice.
I think we're, because I was talking to my wife and Heather, they said they were struggling a little bit after with like the last six ends, and that's what they loved. But I think it was also when the wind was picking up because we were noticing it because our little pop tent that Aero Bulls has provided us was started flying away.
Yeah, the wind was definitely of some effect. On our rink, the line from my bowls was almost to the center line of the rink next to us. And then it was just pushing, the wind was for that hand on that side, pushing it right on in. Oh.
Yeah, and we've seen kind of the typical, at least the earlier game, we saw the kind of typical edge rink where things, especially when you got longer or towards the tees, where it was really kind of hooking and really having difficulty finding the line. You'd see that like it was hooking and hanging. It just couldn't really find a good line. So
yeah,
that'll be something to watch for to see, especially later on in the game. It was more so with kind of the opposite. It'll be on the odd ends as opposed to the even ends. It was kind of seemed like it was much worse going in this direction than it was the other way. But we'll keep an eye on that as this game goes along. Should be a good one. As they're just finishing up. I frankly, I was telling as we were starting up, I think you would make a great case. I don't even know if there's much of a case to be made that Katja Spangler-Moore is the greatest U.S. women's pairs partner player of all time. I think she's gotten like 12 national championships with 4 different partners. That is really difficult, really difficult to win 1 or 2, much less that many.
Her record is just amazing to go read and see. And I don't know how many people who are listening who might remember Ann Barber. She was out of Santa Barbara, and she was first, I think that's who Katja first started bowling with. And along with Heather Stewart was also a partner of Ann Barber and Ann Nunes. She's been among some good players.
Yeah, I mean, Katja's been playing for a while now, and she was playing when she was, for quite some time to get those titles as well. But then she just like in 3 or 4 different decades kind of thing.
That's right.
Just like just with different partners. Is just she's just a spectacular player.
Mhm.
And now she's retired and moved to Arizona, and so it's just more time for her to bowl and practice. So we'll see some good bowls from her, I'm sure.
I certainly got my lesson with her yesterday.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Well, you're not alone in getting lessons from Katya, that's for sure, with plays. Okay, looks like we're gonna set the mat and get us started here.
Janice and Nancy are starting off.
Switch scenes. Look at that! I moved the I did Gary's job for him once. All right, looks like Janice is kind of going. Got the mat up, which is I think kind of wise, just a little bit, just to get away from the tee, and kind of going. Let's say medium long or so.
Yeah, medium long. Yeah.
Right, and we'll get this match underway. Again, 3-vote pairs, 16 ends. Must be a winner. In the qualifying days, they can have some ties, and we did have some ties, but there must be a winner now in this one. All right, first ball by Janice.
Nice start. Jack level. Easy to tell this where we're sitting right now because the jack is right in front of us.
Yeah. There's Joan. Yeah, I don't mind that first ball by Joan. Just like 4 feet behind. Pretty reasonably good line. You'd like to be behind there.
Absolutely.
And Janice didn't mess around with her second one. Made sure she got through.
You never hear too many complaints about a good back ball.
This is a nice ball here.
Wow.
Nice, great ball there by Joan. Janice looks like she's going to just stick with the. No, she switch over. She go forehand this one, I think.
No, still backhand.
She stayed with it. Okay, just trying to pop it through from this hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't mind that jackable shot, but I think she could have afforded. Didn't need to drive it all the way. She's a good 8 yards through. Kept it in play, but. All right, Joan probably wants to do something similar. Just play on her own would be good. Ideally, just float it behind. She can afford to touch on her own. Yeah. I'd prefer her being a yard behind rather than a yard short there. It's a natural tendency, though. You get a bull in the jack, and then you kind of get afraid of it, and you don't want to break it. When really, you shouldn't be worried about it. Rather you break your own than and just kind of nudge it, as opposed to somebody having your opponent who's going to try and come through with more destructive intent. It should be Nancy up now.
That is correct. She's coming backhand.
Should have room to slide it under that front red one.
It's a nice ball.
Yeah, solid second.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we come on forehand. Yeah, just hung out a little bit. Pretty good ball. Useful there. All right, Nancy's coming to forehand this time. And again, I think the hands are probably going to be pretty different between forehand and backhand, especially further down on this edge rink. Just that one kind of hung out on her. Weight was pretty good.
Katia's coming forehand.
Yeah, a little short there.
A little short.
And see, she's got a solid second, so good opportunity to come through with a little more pace this time.
She's definitely coming with more
Yeah,
pace.
not far away.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
a little unlucky there. I mean, that was an option of something that could happen. It was actually one of the things I should have said it before it happened because they didn't really have a lot of good position now, and she could take the jack clean and it cost her. And now it's now you've gone from you made a good shot and you went from one down to two down now, and Katya can draw one within might even be three. Anything within what, a yard? I think that blue one's in front. That back light blue one of Janice's is third shot then.
mhm. Yeah.
So that's the one that's all Katya needs to try and beat. I think going to go forehand, I think, and just try and slip underneath that front blue. Yeah, Jones got a good target for her. Even if she hits that bull in front as their own, she can hit that and that'll be good. Just going to make it all the way.
She can also promote Joan. Oh,
Oh, look at this. Great bull there.
Jeez.
That's well done.
Wow, wow.
And that's all she needed. She needed just to draw weight, and then she could have tapped on any of those. So three strong start for Katya and Joan, taking a 3-0 lead after one. And again, it's just like it's the I know what Nancy's trying. She's trying to jack her bull shot, but with that kind of weight and without having the position, it really went against her that time.
And I think that Katia just proved your credit that you were attributing to
Oh,
her
yeah, well,
of being a good bowler. Put in a beautiful draw ball right into the jack.
yeah.
That's her skill.
She's always been able to do that. She's got every shot in the bag.
Yeah.
And especially if she's, in Katya's won championships, leading and skipping.
Mhm.
So it's not like she's, just single faceted, and somebody who's a quality bowler like Joan Robbins, winner of the Team USA rep, and definitely up and coming in this sport. Right. Kind of a little on the shorter side here.
Wow.
Really good opener. Another good opener by Joan. Nice pull there.
Yes, it was.
Pretty good opener here by Janice.
Mhm. Looks like the road was really good.
I think you can probably hear the wind coming into our mics a little bit here. It's not like it's a New Zealand brutal wind, but it's pretty stiff for a Southern California breeze here. Yeah, a little short there. Again, I think that's a case of like if Joan made an adjustment, she didn't need to.
Mm-hmm.
And see that a fair amount too, or she'd been better off just doing the same thing.
I think that's what the caterpillar drill is all about, isn't it?
Mm.
Same bowl, same bowl, same
Yeah.
bowl.
Even Janice is just trying the same ball here, and it's fine.
Mhm.
It was fine, and she got a little bit of action on Jones. Just kind of missed it. Just try and do her like her first one. All the way down. All the way down. Yeah. Yeah, just Janice trying to ask and see what the path she wants. I'm pretty sure it's around the red, around that front pole and to
Yeah,
the
she's
back one.
yeah sticking with the same hand.
I think she's gonna
Just
go right on it.
yeah, that was.
Well, it opens up the hand at least, so
Hmm.
Nancy can try and draw it in on that side. Yeah. Yeah, and then we got Joan. Joan started lessons, now teaching Nancy to trying to stay out of the way of the camera. Hi, Nancy. We're still here. I wondered if Katya was going to try a position bowl or just kind of try and draw. It doesn't really hurt her to, yeah, she just went for the draw. Another nice one.
Beautiful.
I do have a little bit of vulnerability in the back, but it's going to be hard for the jack to get there right now. I mean, now if Nancy tried like a jackerable kind of shot, she's got a little bit more numbers there. But given that she's probably 3 down,
Oh, she's sticking on the backhand.
yeah, it looks like a backhand play and probably just a draw.
You've got a different view of it from what I think on your screen there, Scott. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's coming and going. Yeah, not a great effort there, unfortunately. And almost like she, you see that where like kind of the deceleration when they like have that last thought is don't be too long, and then you end up being short and narrow. Katya doesn't need to change anything. She can do it again if she wants. Wouldn't shock me if she changed the line a little bit, but it's pretty safe where she was the first time. Didn't have to worry about any jack movement. I mean, that's one thing Katya, she does know how to miss. This is going to be great. She's going to get herself a nice little cover there. I don't know if she necessarily want to do that, but she getting it is probably okay. I see Nancy have a better stroke this time. Nice and confident. I like better. I like better.
Nice try.
And probably knocked that one out. Cut it to 2, I bet. So. There's a little bit of danger now on that side for Katya, but I don't know if she's worried about it. She's just going to try and draw another because there's a potential for a number in the back for Nancy. Katya's just going to try and draw right past that. Actually going to make it. Ah, that's well done. Kind of shuts it down a little bit too. It's going to be hard to get to.
I don't think Katya is ever afraid of anything.
No.
Bowled her a number of times, and she just bowls with confidence, and
Yeah.
she just sends her bowls down there. It's amazing.
So she drew through. But I mean, there was an opportunity for Nancy to come through, kind of like she did last time with the jack of bowl and hit the jack clean, and she could have picked up a 4 or 5.
This might do it. This
Now
might
she's
do it.
got to do the draw. At least she cut it down at the very least, I think. Let's see. They're going to keep an eye on it. I can't really tell with the angle. Nice bowl by Nancy, though, regardless. If she hits the inside of that bowl, then it'd be interesting to see if they were measuring for shot. Now it's, I mean, that's the bowl she hit. She hits the end hind half of that, and then she would have put that in the count or beaten that one for sure.
Three.
3 it is. So another 3 for Katya and Joan. Pretty commanding 6-0 lead. Great start. Great start for them. So earlier I said we had the third flight quarters, and then after this match, we'll have the championship match. That'll be the main event today that we'll have later this afternoon. And then no broadcast tomorrow while the ladies do the singles qualifying. But we will be covering the final day of the singles tomorrow, or rather on Thursday.
On Thursday, yeah. Well, I have to compliment your crew, Gary and Steve and you, for the equipment and automated cameras, and it's a lot different than it was when we first started it, eh, guys?
Well, it's been nice to have the interest from the Southwest Division to be able to, agree that they want to see some value to it, the service that we can provide to not just our members, but to lawn bowlers around the world who are interested in watching.
Mm-hmm.
And then nice, and we get our first sponsor of Arrow Bowls giving us to be able to kind of start to get a return on the investment, at least money wise, that we can, in theory, use to kind of pay back the division or to invest in more equipment should it need be. So.
Well, you've done a knockout job, so kudos.
Yes. All right. A couple loose openers. That's one of the things I've now called a few of Joan games, since she's a very good draw bowler. This is very good.
Mm-hmm.
I like to see her start more with these. She has a tendency to kind of want to draw to the jack as a trying to draw, like to make sure that she's through, to draw through and not to, which I try to teach my students. She does a little bit more drawing to as opposed to drawing through. Janice just needs a few yards off. She had a pretty good road, though.
Oh, this looks, what's she going to do here? Pick it up?
Yeah, good shot there.
Okay.
She was a little zesty, but it's okay. She kind of played almost like a weighted shot, just trying to hit something. Yeah, Jones kind of missed this one.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the first one.
Yeah. Well,
got a nice little backup on it. Not enough to get shot, but interesting choice here. Interesting choice because, again, it's like, well, personally, I would rather just take what Janice could do, even though all the danger is on that hand. But the main thing is if you just stay high, take enough grass, then you don't have to worry about any jack movement, flicking it over to your opponent. A pretty good ball here by Janice. That's really nice.
could be two.
2 on the jack and 1 in the back. Only somebody had a license plate that said something similar to that. I think Katya took a little bathroom break, and so she's working her way back. She'll be up now.
So I told that to fine player out of New Zealand or something about my license plate saying 2 on the jack and 2 in back. His response back was, well, it should be 1 on the jack and 3 in back.
I guess it depends on how you play.
Doggone.
I'd rather it be 3 and 1. So to each their own.
To each their own.
Well, it's setting up pretty easy for Katya to. I mean, there's room to draw. She's got a foot and a half. Janice has got it framed. She's got kind of 3 back bowls, so I'm thinking she's wanting to do just kind of going on her backhand here and just kind of nice little draw in.
In case you can't tell, it would be the Gardner Day.
Yeah,
Street gardeners.
it seems like there's always gardening going on out here. Yeah, pretty good pace here by Katya. Just oh wow, look at that.
Look at that, I'm telling you.
Hold the string.
Wow.
She Had good weight. She kind of missed her line, but I mean, it hit that ball and ricocheted all the way over. And I think it might be the shot, that last delivered ball. So
Looks like it from here, but
at the very least, pretty fortunate. I mean, good weight, but fortunate kind of rub there. Oh, Nancy really missed her line on this one.
yeah, yeah.
I think she was. I mean, I understand when they did try a little pressing weight to try and come into it, push their own. I mean, that's probably a little too heavy, but I don't think Katya's going to miss the line twice, and she had pretty good weight. And now her own bull is the catcher, so.
Coming up on her backhand this time.
Yeah, I think she missed the line again. And again, pretty good weight.
Mm-hmm. Ah.
Okay.
Well, now we know that that one of Katya's is not in the count.
It's not shot, but it's second at least. I'm thinking she's better off to keep going with the forehand and trying to get to that bowl since it's behind. I think that's the better play. I think the forehand's better here than the backhand. I mean, Janice is calling for the backhand, and I don't know if I like that. I think she'd rather be better served doing the forehand to the second shot bowl of, yeah, that's what Nancy's
She's
playing.
coming forehand, yeah.
That's what Nancy's playing.
Ooh, a lot of weight.
Yeah, hitting it solid's pretty good.
Oh.
Yeah, that's good. That
Yep.
works.
Mm-hmm. Took out Katya's ball. Well done.
I think she could afford it to drop a little pace and either pump that own up, two-way just to nudge that one. I mean, that was a little more than she needed, but she executed, so you can't argue with it. So that's back to probably two. Again, Katya just had good weight twice. She just needs to take the grass
Their backhand ball.
better, but I still don't think she took enough.
I think the wind is pushing it. No.
Yeah, it's like the same thing 3 times. Nancy probably just stick with the forehand and draw.
She's going backhand.
It's a little dangerous,
I agree.
especially since everybody seems to be coming narrow. You don't want to be narrow and heavy here. She's played the forehand twice, and she's been playing heavy twice. So this is the danger. If she hits that jack, it's bad. Well, she got away with it. I think she would better serve to play the forehand and just come into that back red bull would have been better. But
Yeah.
she got away with it, survived, gets 2 points there. So cut a little bit into the lead and get on the board. So it's Morton Robbins 6, Santos and Walter 2 after 3 ends. Got a little notice from Rita and Tony Greenberg. Shout out to Rita and Tony. I know we're watching from home. I saw
Quick.
Rita out here a couple days ago, and I know Tony is always enjoying watching. I miss seeing my buddy Tony. And of course, thank you to Arrow Bowls USA for our sponsorship. It's much appreciated to have Arrow Bowls. Same line every time. They have half sizes in the arrows, 12 different models. You could get there's over 65 colors. That's crazy. Pretty much get any color. I see two-tones. I see all kinds of designs of people that have them. Again, in any logo that you want. So again, thank you to Arrow Bowls for your sponsorship. All right.
And I would like to ask Rita to please give a scratch behind the ears to her 2 little poodles. Oh, there's a nice start.
Great start by Janice.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see from your lead is quality jack and then a bowl right behind. Again, I like to see Joan just kind of matching that bowl. Just be nice and positive, going all the way up to it. This is good. I like this a lot.
Good.
Very good. There you go, Joan. Great shot there.
Wow.
2 great bowls by the leads there. And you got this off-center jack to draw to for the ladies. Janice, another good bull here. Really, that's really solid. Nice bull. Not easy it's a good skill to have to be able to draw to an off-center jack. Skips kind of have to do it all the time. Vices, but leads need to be able to do it too because of just this very reason it happens. Jacks get moved on the first bull. All right, here's Joan with another one. This looks really good as well.
Oh, what a nice.
This has been a great end by the ladies. This is
Mhm.
really, really good bulls, just trading. It's going to be a little tougher for Janice to try and take this one, though. So Nancy wants Janice to stay on that hand, and I think she wants the cannon shot just to kind of come onto it with a yard of weight, hit the shot bull, and spring the jack back to her own. It's like that's what she was calling for. And even if you miss, then at least you get another bull that's about a yard behind or so. I
This
think
looks like
it's a little narrow here.
a little narrow. Okay.
Yeah. Really kind of yanked over there. Yeah. All right, Joan, just do it again, Joan. Two great bulls. Don't be afraid of it. Ideally, you'd want to be behind to that blue bull.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing wrong with this. This is fine.
That
Yeah,
is a
real good.
very nice bull.
Real good. Three great bulls, Joan. I had 5 out of 6 for the ladies. They were just exceptional bulls there. Some great lead play there. No, I guess Nancy's going to do the same thing and kind of try that little kind of cannon shot, bull on bull, and trying to pop that jack.
Little narrow.
Yeah, no, Janice is
Mm-hmm.
just really, again, it just because of this edge rink and then with the jack moved, it just, that little slope is just going to be more and more extreme going in that direction. And just, you see it over and over again. So I think she even put it out of bounds. Yeah. I think she'd be better served to play on the other hand, frankly. But Katya can do whatever she wants. It's interesting. She might want to just go. Yeah, I think that's what she's doing. Blackhand to think that blue bull and Bahak kind
Mhm.
of take away that shot, Frank. It's probably a good idea. Or just drawn to it is fine, but ideally you'd want to be just behind the jack. And okay for her to miss a little shorter. And she's,
Buggy bull.
I mean, this is frankly is kind of a tough shot for Nancy to try and play. It's kind of a small target and very delicate. You have to hit it with just the right amount of weight. Still taking a big turn there. I'm interesting to see if Katya does anything different with those two bulls there now. Yeah. I think Joan wants her to switch over, and I think Katya is going to oblige. You can see how much it's turning because, I mean, in most greens, when it gets over the center line, really it'll turn more. And I think you're seeing a lot of that.
Definitely taking some grass on that one,
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah. Especially since we've seen everybody dive. This is a pretty good effort.
Oh my gosh.
Look at this.
Look at that.
Oh, great bull. Great bull by Katya. Don't know if it got in for the count, but it's a great position regardless. I think Nancy's going to try it
Is
again.
Janice indicating that they're down 2?
I don't know. Yeah, I think not enough grass again. She's going to have to get lucky here.
Mm-mm.
All right, Katya doesn't have to. Yeah, Joan said it was 2.
Okay.
So, needless to say, if Katya's last bull is in the count, Probably want to just do it again,
Mm-hmm.
preferably with a little more grass so you don't move everything. Yeah, I think this looks a little tighter. I think she missed it.
So does Claudia.
Yeah. Yeah.
According to her comments.
Well, two more for Moore and Robbins. It's taking an 8-2 lead after 4 ends. Haven't seen a 1 yet in this match. Kind of several haymakers here.
I think the gardening equipment is finally moving away a little bit. That's nice.
All right. So again, kind of like the man up just a couple yards maybe, and probably more like a medium long length here. Probably still going to take that corner into effect. So let's see how this flattens out or if it turns. Yeah, as it gets past the jack, not a lot of turn on that bowl.
You can see a little depression right there. It's going to, in that back area right by Jones Bowl. Not much, but some, enough to affect your bowl.
And there's Janice. Opting to play the wider hand. Yeah, good opener. 4 feet through.
Mhm.
See if Jones going to. Yeah, she's giving up. I don't blame her. Going to that wide hand. Yeah, it's a good opener here. Yeah,
Same
good
way.
second bowl. I mean, still, 5 feet through, but better road. I think they'll probably have better luck. I think on this wider hand than trying to fight this narrow hand. And there's Janice. Looks like she's dropped the
Look at
weight
that
nicely.
nice bowl in. Beautiful bowl.
Very good.
Gonna
Very
fall
good.
over maybe and
Yeah. Now Jones got a little bit of a bigger target now on this hand. So
get that bowl delivered. You're going to give him a toucher.
yeah.
So by the laws, if the bowl touches it before the next bowl's delivered, it's still a toucher.
Yeah, let's see if Joan gave enough grass here.
Oh, this looks awfully good.
Way. Look at
Awfully
this shot.
good.
Oh, good bull. Really good bull.
Opened it up.
Wanted jack or bull, and unfortunately she got both. But got a little space there. When she hits the bull clean or the jack clean, that would have been a stunner, but just got a little unlucky. See if Janice can put it right back.
She drew up short.
Not what you wanted there.
Not with that little pocket of 3 back there with red bowls all around it.
No, I think Conch just got a steady dose of Charlie just drawing here. Sure, she could make a number if she wants to come heavy, but it's just no real need, frankly. She's got room to draw. They got a 6-point lead.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's better served to just try and draw and get a second shot, if anything, or maybe get the shot. I think it just plays better for a draw. So.
Oh yeah, no reason to try to move it. They're just sitting there though. Nancy will want to make sure that she doesn't do it to herself. Hmm.
I don't know if that's necessarily what she was trying to do, but it just could be pretty heavy.
And Nancy's sticking with this narrow side.
Yeah, it's a
And
nice
it's
little,
not a bad place to be.
yeah, nice little cover there by Nancy, just in case Katya does get a little frisky there. Katya can make an adjustment here. She's been playing very well. Looks like she's a little tight.
Mm-hmm.
Just needs to slit this. Didn't quite do it. That could have been interesting if she would have hit half of that ball. A little too solid. Nancy's probably playing that same wide hand now.
Yeah, she's switched. Ooh, she's really coming after it.
Yeah, she's
She's got two in there.
yeah, again, not a bad home, but I mean, she really should be trying to draw.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
she's been consistently heavy with her draws, and there's a time and a place for that. Bet we'll see a better effort here from Katya.
It's definitely not coming quite as quickly.
Needs a little edge. Didn't quite
Nope.
get it. No, just kind of missed the. Nancy again, just looking to draw anything within 5 feet will be another counter. You really
Yeah.
want to take advantage of these freebies if you can.
I don't know.
Man, I don't think she did it though.
Yeah.
Just one down. All right, one more for Santos and Walter. There's an opportunity to get some more there, but they'll get one, and so it stays 8-3 after 5. Sean Roney is saying hi, Melanie.
Oh,
Go
hello,
and
Mr.
go
Roney.
Padres.
Well, the way they need to get going again. Oh my gosh. Hi, Sean. Say hello to Liam. That would be Sean's young son.
All right, so we're 5 ends in, 8-3. Scheduled for 16. There must be a winner. Interesting. They haven't seen anybody really pull the mat up. It's like both teams are kind of seem content with putting it in this spot, kind of going shortish, short medium.
I always like what I'm playing for myself anyway, singles. I like to move the mat around a lot.
Yeah, well, two schools of thought. There's people that like to
Absolutely.
move it around, and then people that like to stick it where it is.
I just usually pull it out where the bowls are.
Nice opener by Janice.
Very nice.
Again, they both played it pretty well this time, or last time rather, playing in this direction. These leads were trading. Jones got a nice opener here. She's just going to miss it. It's a pretty good. That's a good one. You don't mind that.
Always take a back bowl. A bowler from South Africa, Robbie Furman, being Neil Furman's dad, used to bowl at San Diego when I was there, and he used to say, "It's always easier to undress than dress." He was referring to weight. He said, "It's always easier to take weight off than to add it." I've decided he's right.
Interesting way to put it. I'd heard it that way before. Janice with a pretty good second shot there. See if Joan just wants to take a little weight off of it and see if she can come in and get the jack here. Not far away. Yeah, very nice. I'm much for this from Joan. Just start long and then come back, as you said, to undress as opposed to dress, as Lord Furman would say. Just come,
I think it's because you can tend to find yourself just trying to creep up on it and leaving yourself short again.
yeah. Well, I look at it as it's much more useful to have the back pull as
Yeah.
opposed to the short pull. So
Sure.
to me, adding a yard or taking a yard off, you know, 6 1/2 does another, but the longer bull is much more effective. All right, Janice with a bit of a blank, but something in the back, and Joan again. It's good line control from Joan. I think.
I can't see the jack from here. Are they holding two or just one?
I think it's just one, and frankly, I can't tell who's holding.
Oh, okay.
From the camera, it looks pretty close between those two front poles, but it's no more than one. And Jones are pretty much like right in a line. I mean, if you walk to the head like that, you got to feel pretty good about yourself if you've got the line. I mean, that gives you some confidence for later, is just to see 3 in a row like that.
Absolutely.
All right. Interesting to see what Nancy's going to do here. I would think the backhand so she could play either onto her own front ball or play it around to get to the shot or second shot, a closer red one.
This might be pretty good. I
That's
can't
a little,
tell.
yeah, a little heavy.
Ah.
I will say this for Nancy, she hasn't been short. I don't think we've seen a lot. I mean, I think she had one that was, that she just didn't get away right, but Katya's just looking to probably just do similar to Joan and just stay on the line. A little tickle on the jack would be great.
It's coming forehand.
Yeah, good weight again. Nancy trying it again. She needed to take weight off and she added it. Our camera guy's trying to get a different look while Janice is standing right behind the head. So
Oh, there she moves.
now we got it clear now, fellas.
Janice just moved. Yeah.
Katya trying it again. Yeah, and just around. All right. Nancy's been pretty heavy last two. Can I have to? I mean, from this angle, it looks like Jones holding, but it looks close. And just a little too heavy. Yeah.
Joan is indicating they have shot. No, missed on that one. Just not the right road.
All right. Well, they're gonna eyeball it. Jones seemed pretty sure that it was one for. Yep. One more for Katya and Joan. So I get take a 9-3 lead, up 6 after 6. And it's one of the things nobody's. I mean, outside of the first two ends, when Katya and Joan had 2 3s, they've been trading links. Trading.
Yeah.
Which I mean, if you're, Katya and Joan, you're up 6, you're fine with that game. But that's why I think Nancy and Janice might want to think about doing something different with the mat. A little bit shorter this time.
So you have 4 cameras set up here, 2 along the sideline and then 2 at each end, or 1 at each end. That's quite an impressive setup.
And nice
Oh,
up and
beautiful.
great. There it is, Joan. That's great. Yeah, and the guys have got a program, so they got the picture in picture. So in the small screen, you see the delivery, and then the full screen's got the
Wow.
kind of the action from behind the head. And Janice kind of trying a jack or bull shot. Don't mind that. Maybe a little heavier than you would like, but better that than short.
I forwarded the email that came out about where to find all this action to my family and friends. Hope they
Another real nice one for Joan. 2 good bulls in the
Beautiful.
head. And again, just looking for Janice to come through here. She can
took off too much.
stay positive is fine. You know, just she took some weight off and didn't need to. I mean, just it's the one thing I see that people need to really work on is their weight control when they're trying to take it off like that. You know, and it's just such a human nature. It's like I need to take off a yard and then you end up taking 3 off.
Mm-hmm.
Joan with a good spot there. 3 really good bulls by Joan. Nothing short. Everything behind, all on the count as it turns out. Her worst one's 4 feet away at most. See if Janice can make the correction.
Oh, weight and line. She needs to do both.
There. Oh, a little unlucky. Good bull there. That's what you wanted to do. That was really
Yeah,
good.
she's in there.
Cut it down to 2 anyways and get a nice little position. I mean, could just Katya and Joan could just wail away at it and just keep going. But that was a
Well,
nice
it gives,
nice bull with Janice.
yeah, gives Nancy something to work with and a little more confidence. Be able to bull with a little more confidence.
Yeah, Katya's going forehand here. Guess that she's just going to try and draw to the blue bull behind. That would be I think the proper thinking here. That kind of weight. And she just kind of got stuck, which has been happening on that hand again. It just
Mm-hmm.
again, that's one of the things that I've been telling my students. We ask them, "Do you play the narrow hand or the wide hand? Who likes the narrow? Who likes the wide?" And it's usually about 50-50. And I say it doesn't matter. It's the true hand.
Pick the right line and the right weight, and doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, just the one that you can reproduce
Mm-hmm.
is that's the more important one. I mean, here that's why it's like some people just swear by playing the narrow hand. If you play by the narrow hand here, it's just been really wonky. And then if it was longer, if the jack was further, then the wide hand has been wonky. So Katya got that bull out of the way. So now she can try and draw right underneath it. Nancy was, again, a little narrow. And I think Katya really still wants to come to that blue bull in the back.
Just missed it.
Yeah. A little heavier than she probably wanted, but it's a good position bull.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise Nancy was just going to kind of, Nancy doesn't have any problem at all come with weight, and she's been fairly firm with all her draws and all her shots anyway, so she's probably thinking similar to Janice drawn through,
Well, in all my years of bowling, I've never seen a short bull take the shot. So better positive than being short.
I think We have a little consultation going on. Yeah. This consultation brought to you by Arrow Bowls.
Oh, good segue.
Thank you for your sponsorship, Arrow Bowls. Same line every time. Arrow Bowls, USA.
I bowl with arrow grooves myself.
All right. Well, they've got everything figured out as what they want to do. I don't really see a lot of danger, and they're holding two. Got you to be a little gentler and just thinking of a draw. I think it'd be a great shot if she could just tick the jack and just kind of tuck it behind those two bowls or tuck it to those bowls. That would be great.
She's coming forehand.
Yeah, she played the forehand twice, so sticking with that.
Mm-hmm.
Even just coming right behind and coming to the two blue bowls away on that side. She kind of got a little high.
Oops.
Nancy's going to try again. I could see a couple options. She's coming with a little positivity there. Yeah, trying to get to that shot bowl if she can, or get one of them. Yeah, she got one
Wow.
out.
Not bad. Cut it to one.
So one for Katya and Joan. They'll go up 10-3 now. But pretty good cut down shot. A little bit unlucky for Janice. She came between trying jack her bowl and went right between them. I think that's the second time this happened to her. But hard to get away from people who you're putting more bowls in the head, and that's what Joan's been able to do. I think Katya wanted Joan to come out a little bit, get away from the corner. Should be long enough.
Oh, yeah.
But it is on the shorter side. All right, Joan's first. I mean, and I think it's been helping Joan. I think by going a little shorter, it's been giving her a little more confidence. I mean, it's almost like she's got her natural stroke is kind of working. Yeah, that's where I think the check should have been for her, but that's more of her natural stroke. As it is like 5 feet behind her, so it's still a decent opener. And she's going to try the narrow hand here.
It's good coverage. If it's
Yeah.
not going to be shot, it's good coverage.
Yeah. Again, two good openers. So pretty solid, 4 or 5 feet behind. It's all right. Can make the adjustment. Jones switched hands for some reason. Better wait, but
Wide open.
still, yeah, lots of room to draw. Janice needed to take weight off, and she ended up adding it. Oh. Joan with the adjustment this time. Looks really good. Make it all the way. Still a good
close.
ball. Shot drawn.
I can't tell from here how far away it is.
Guess no more than 2 feet.
Okay.
And it's kind of right in Janice's road, too. So Janice is sticking with that hand. Is going to have to play it around. She's going to go under. It's probably going to go way under. Yeah, you can see it across the center line and shoot. Oh, I mean, Joan has been consistently getting more bowls in the head than Janice, and is just kind of, making Katya's life much easier than it has been for Nancy. It's just been pretty good lead play. You really want to just have your skip, just try and see if they can, get you 3 or 4 conversions in a game. But if they're having to try and do it every single end, that's not a recipe for success.
It's very wearing on you.
Koch is just trying to do a straight draw again. Probably just wanted to finish just behind. Pretty nice there. Again, that big yard or so behind.
Well, if the jack was back where all the bulls are going, it'd be good head.
Yeah. So this would be the telling one is the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Is Koch going to try the same kind of thing because it's in the count? And can she, or does she want to just take a yard off? And how confident she's feeling with being able to do just that. Yeah, and just took a little too much off, which is, again, the concern. Yeah. And then the same thing for Nancy, as you saw. Janice telling her there are 2 yards through. Pretty good bull here. Again, just
Still way through.
I don't know how many times it's happened to their team between Janice and Nancy. Nancy still might have ended up drawing shot on that one, though. Just looking for something in between her two. Looking for a Goldilocks bowl. Too hot, too cold. I guess we're just right here.
Exactly how I feel about them.
Is it going to get around? That looks real good. Oh, that's well done there.
There you go.
That's for sure the shot. All right, Nancy. See if she's going to try. She could try the same thing and just, this looks pretty high.
I don't think it's even going to make it to the head.
Yeah, this looks like she short armed that one a little.
Mm-hmm.
Like she almost rushed it. It almost looked like she rushed it. It's just a hair. All right, it's 1 and a measure, so they're gonna. Let's see.
3.
Oh wow!
That seems to be a magic number for Joan and.
I thought the front one was closer. Again, the angle is bad, so that's another big one. 13-3 now after 8 at the halfway point. It's been
It's not impossible to recover.
No, you could easily just do it, just flip it around and just get 13-3 your way. Right. See if Joan can keep her streak going of having some pretty solid first bulls here.
Very nice.
Yep. Yeah, just behind. Let's see Janice.
Looks like it's flying.
Let's see if Janice can get one in here. And she's pretty heavy here. And she's getting it behind, which is good, but just the the precision is just hasn't been there just yet. And Jones, be getting tighter as it's been going on. This is short arm. Yeah, she short armed this one.
Yeah.
You almost see it right when she let it go. Yeah, it's a couple yards short. Janice can take it off here. This looks,
Yeah, this
this
is
looks pretty
nice.
good. Yeah.
This is very
really
nice.
good here, Janice.
There you go.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, no problem blowing it 4 yards through if you could put your second one like that. All right, see if Jones got back to finishing the stroke. She just kind of overcooked this one. See, rather than going back to her first one, she just like trying to overcorrect when really it was just her delivery was just kind of a little off on the second one. See if Janice could do it again. It'd be I think Nancy would love that.
Let's
A
have
lot of room to
well,
draw.
Yeah.
Not far away.
Ah, nice pull.
Very good there.
There you
Well
go.
done. Well done there, Janice.
That's got to put a smile on Nancy's face.
Yeah. Been a while since she's been holding when they crossed over, much less two.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that's sometimes all it takes is, you just have the lead just gets a little loose on one end and they just really need to try and capitalize on it. So, and this gets to that moment I was talking about where it's like the skip's got to make a conversion now, and hopefully you don't have to ask them too much of it too often, but Katya needs to do it. It's a nice little pouch there to try and get to. I'm guessing she'll go same as the wide hand and just try and come off of that front blue bowl or come to that back blue bowl. Either one will be good. It's a pretty good target. She can afford to be free swinging here. Pretty good effort here. It's got the weight.
Is it coming up short? Oh,
It's
maybe
got the
not.
weight. It's good. Ugh. Just a couple feet short. Now, another yard would have been brilliant. So this will be interesting for Nancy. She's, now she's drawing with the while holding.
Oh, this. Well. Oh, she's not going to be happy with this
Don't
one.
hit. No.
Yeah, that's not what she wanted to do.
Yeah, she needed again. They don't want to be when you're holding. Try not to be narrow and heavy. And she kind of was. She didn't get jack movement, but she popped that bowl up. In a solid third. Yeah, she can throw this any way she wants here. She had the yard this time. Oh man.
You have to be inside. You have to land right here.
See, I think Nancy's weight is fine with the first one. She just needs to take some more grass and
Mm-hmm.
get out there. I mean, she's okay with even running into Janice's front for the rightmost one to be fine. But this looks better.
Certainly does.
Yeah,
Oh, there it
yeah.
is.
Almost exactly where Janice wanted it. Yeah. It's 3 now. That's a pretty nice little pocket with not a lot of holes. Katya just been kind of neaking up on it and needs to kind of, again, it just really needs to just add a yard. I don't think she added a foot last time. Oh, she missed the line this time. She no happy. All right, well, Nancy Gainda took a look at it, and I think obviously she's holding 3. But I mean, when you're down 10, you need every point you can get. Right. So she's going to be drawing this, but she'd be better served to come all the way to her outside bowl rather than trying to flirt with those front two again.
Looks like she took plenty of grass. Oh, oh, this is really, really
Yeah,
nice bowling.
there.
Wow.
Good there. That's exactly what they needed.
That was a lovely bowl.
4.
Wow.
Really nice there. All right. That's that'll help the cause. So it's 13-7 now. We're up 6 with Katya and Joan are up 6 with 7 ends to go.
It's so different than 9. 6 is
Mm.
quite doable.
All right, let's see if they're going to do anything different with the mat. They seem to be liking this spot of just kind of putting it just past the tee, and you can see Nancy's hat, and it gives you and the flag in the background over our booth. Get an idea of the wind here. Kind of gusty. Also depends on where you're at. All right.
Try for a medium long.
Yeah, it looks a little more shortish.
Does it?
Yeah. I think we got the cameras on the hog line, right? Producer Gary, is that what we've got set up? Give you like a visual view. All right, see if Janice can get a nice solid first bowl. She played that last end very, very well. A little heavy here. A few yards through there.
I'm serving a dual purpose here of doing a little bit of
Back there.
woodwork and trying to hold down the tent here.
Right.
A nice bowl by.
There you go,
yeah.
John. There it is. So I don't know. I think personally, I think Janice and Nancy would have been better off trying something different with the mat. It's, they just put it right back into her. Joan
Mhm.
was liking it, and then Joan just threw a nice one 2 feet away.
But Janice is gonna take care of
Yeah,
that.
there it is, Janice. Great bowl
you
there.
go.
Oh.
That.
Right on. Well done, Joan.
Mm-hmm.
Just matched just two great bowls right there, back to back. Let's see if Janice can do it right back to her.
I think it's gonna run out of steam.
Yeah, now what you wanted there was to try and come not be short. That's no good.
Looks like it's pushing Joan onto her other hand, though. Oh, maybe not. No, it isn't. She's sticking with it.
Yeah, she must not be worried about it being in her road. So
Yeah,
I'm guessing she's going to be around it.
yeah, looks like it.
And she can just play really the same bowl that she just played, just rest on her own. It's good. Just kind of ran out of gas. They both got a little scurred. Well, got another shout out for you, Mel.
Oh,
From all people, my mother. my mom, Donna Roberts, is watching. Apparently, wasn't enough to listen to her son. She's much more interesting with you, though.
thank you very much.
Might not be exactly what she said, but
Drop a good bowl. That's okay. Don't have to tell anybody.
so we're. Yeah, see, Janice just got a forward to kind of breathe a little life into this match. To get to 13-7 here, playing 16 ends, must be a winner. And this women's pairs second flight semi. All right, here's Nancy. Again, I think she's won probably a jacker bull shot here, kind of what Joan just had done to Janice previously. Kind of thread between these two bowls, and
Just
I just came a little high. I don't think she knocked it in, but I wonder if Katya's going to play that same hand or come around.
looks like she's coming back in.
Yeah. Well, she can afford to touch that red one in or make
Oh,
use of it.
absolutely. Yeah,
So,
yeah. Mm. Yeah. Is this going to get there? Oh, look at it just slide around there.
yeah, just a
But,
little short there.
mhm.
And Nancy's switching over this time. She's, I think that Katya's bull might have gotten to, she had a tiny road as it was, especially on that narrow hand. So I
Oh.
think
Is this another misdelivery?
she's going to try something on the forehand, see if she can hit jacker bull here. Didn't even see it. It was short again.
Yeah, it's,
Didn't even see it come into our camera view here.
yeah, it may be short of the hog line.
Curious. Katya, yeah, going forehand still. She could chip that outside part of that red bull. That'd be helpful. Float around between the two, but she probably needs about 2 yards on this one. There it is. Boom. Oh, it just didn't move.
Not enough.
Just kind of hit and stayed. Nancy's going to try it again. A little more forceful on the forehand here.
I think that must have been a misdelivery because it's unlike her to be so short.
She's watching it. Just didn't make it across. Right. Katya's got both those bulls now that she could play into them. If she so chooses, she could play with a little force and kind of split them. And by splitting them, that red should kick right on over. That's a play. Or she could try and keep the same weight a little tighter and have it float around the front blue and inside the red. Yeah. She chipped that one all the way across. Again, I think that's what she was trying. I think she was trying to just one.
Just the one.
I think she was trying to split those two. I think that's was the play that she was trying, was to split those two bulls and have that red one shoot over across.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looked like she was playing with that kind of weight that she had.
Yeah.
But she ended up getting a little unlucky, and I think flicking Nancy's straight right instead as it hung out there. So, all right, one more for Warren Robbins. So it'll be 14-7 after 10. So 6 ends to go, and they got a 7-point lead. Looks like they're having a discussion about the length, about something they might want to do different.
So, Scott, you come from a bowling family, and so do I.
Actually, I created the bowling family.
Oh, did you?
I got my parents into it,
Ah,
so it worked the opposite.
okay.
I didn't get into it like you and Ann and Lauren Dion. I think Lauren's what, 4th generation, for example.
Yeah. There's a 4th-generation picture out of the Northeast Division. Yeah. That would be with the, oh, geez, I'm going to forget their last name at the moment. Doesn't matter. But they have there's a photo of the 4 generations. They all bowl. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Sayers. That's who it is. The Sayer brothers.
Oh yeah. Solid opener by Joan there. Again, you're seeing a lot of that from Joan. Her first bowl is not missing by much, especially when they get to play their length. Janice,
this is a nice bowl.
Janice has been finding it as well.
Ah, what a
Really,
beautiful bowl.
that's
Absolutely
beautiful
perfect.
opener by Janice. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. That's got to make her feel better.
Again, and especially position A, just right behind it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, while Jones was good, you'd really like to see it more like where Janice is, where it just be
What's she going to do? Is she going to take it?
close. Yeah, great
Oh,
shot
my
there.
gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And again, that's when I have the students, I put a bowl out there, and it's one of the drills I do, with just a jack or bull shot, and then you see that kind of result come out of it. And now it's a pressure on Janice to try and either duplicate it or draw again. And now the shoe's on the other foot. I mean, we were praising Janice 60 seconds ago about what a great bowl it was, and then Joan just took it away. And now it can just play a nice little draw shot in. Even if she gets behind,
Look
it's
at
pretty
this.
good.
Look at this.
Really, really good. 3 solid bowls by Joan.
Mm-hmm. It's so difficult to, you know what you need to do, and it's so difficult sometimes to
Well-
just have that perfect little shot in there.
Yeah. Well, what side is she gonna? Actually made Jones better. Gave her even better position there.
3 and back.
Yeah.
Even better than my license plate. But
again, there's been a lot of the difference of the game is I think the one end where they got the number was where Joan was was loose,
Mm-hmm.
gave up the 4. And not to say that Katya hasn't made her shots. She very much has and is adding to the count when she needed to, but it's very much been the difference of the game. And it's usually the difference in most games is when the league can just put a lot more bowls in the head than your opponent and set up the head better. And that's a recipe for consistent success. And I don't care who your skip is.
That's correct. If you're a newer bowler listening to this and thinking that, oh, I want to be a skip, be the best lead, and you'll always be bowling with the best skips.
Gotcha. Is she going to make it all the way? It's pretty close.
Yes.
Yes. That looks like it's in there too.
Mhm.
Yeah, Nancy's crossing over 4 down. Just not a good feeling. Or do you think it might be just 2? I'm trying to get a look at it. Jeez.
It's hard to say. It's this front blue one that might be closer than the back
Yeah.
second red.
It's probably not 4. It's probably at most 3, but it looks like 2. Again, the angle on the TV versus reality is a little
Mm-hmm.
different. Well, the main thing is Nancy's down multiple. 7 on the board and multiple in the head. Pretty good effort here. It's going to stay high.
It's not going to make it.
Almost. I'd love for 2 and a measure, according to Joan. What Katya could really, she could the small adjustment, like just another foot of weight, and it's 5. With that same line and just a little touch on the jack and just kind of
She's
curl it
coming
back up.
right on into it too. She is not holding back.
Yeah. It's all right. Nothing wrong with this. When you're holding,
No, absolutely
getting out of
not.
the back is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good play.
As far as front.
Nancy was very close to the last one. That's what I think at these elite levels. It's just amazing. You could draw one especially I remember going to Asia Pacific or World Bowls, and you'd be a foot away and you're 5th.
That's so true. I was watching the indoor from Aberdeen. It's just finished, and the bowls around the head, they were all like within 16 inches. That was
Yep.
it. All of them.
Yeah.
It was Oh my gosh.
It's a different world when you're indoors. You don't have to, you're playing on a
Yeah.
perfect surface essentially, and there's no wind and no weirdness with the green or dark spots or light spots. And it's just you.
And everybody knows it's just you.
All right, see if Katya's going to try and go underneath that bowl in front. Just come around. Just wants to edge this one. Yeah, that's good.
Oh my goodness
Might be in
gracious.
That could easily be in there. Nancy is unfortunately short twice. And something she hasn't been doing.
The yard.
Something she has been doing is coming up short when she's been down. She's been pretty good about being up and through, and she was short twice here. Really needs to be up and through this time. Be down probably 3.
She may go right by the whole head
Yeah,
here.
she is. She's found the gap.
Pressing. She's pressing, and I don't blame her.
Yep.
She's after getting some points, and they're going to give them all back.
And we got the 3 out, which we expected. Now it's just a question of how many more, if any. So I know technically, because Janice is giving away, she should be the one that's measuring. But if it's you, Melanie, would you just go ahead? I mean, if you're in Joan's shoes, would you just go ahead and measure? Because that's usually what I do. Is I usually just go ahead and measure.
Yeah, I would. Whoever, to me, it's whoever wants to get down there and do it is
Yeah.
fine. The whole thing about the person conceding should do the measuring. There's also the thought might be given to the fact that if you move a bowl at rest, your opponent gets to put it back. So I don't know if you want to be, as a conceding person, if you move a bowl, your opponent who's already got shots can put the bowl back.
Yeah.
So I think what you want to do is you want to be real careful that you're watching the measure.
All right. Well, we're 17-7 here now after 11. We've got some updates on the semifinal games going on in the championship flight. After 11 ends, it's Nunes 17, De La Garza 8. And after 10 ends, Beath 9, Gallo 8.
That's a tight game.
And a couple of powerhouse teams.
Yeah. So just to go back to the measuring for just a moment, I think it's more important to just be in there, watch the measuring very carefully, and and then measure yourself again if you have any doubts, regardless of who's doing the measuring. Makes no difference.
Yeah. I just know I trust myself with doing the measure. I've done it enough times, and being a certified umpire like you, So I just, and I don't, if I lose a measure, I lose a measure. See some people with the rose-colored glasses, and they seem to win every time they measure. I'm not sure how they manage that trick, but
Yeah, I know it's an old saw. If you're conceding, you should do the measuring, but you just want to be in on it. You don't want to just walk away and tell your opponent,
Yeah.
go ahead,
Yeah.
let me know what it was.
pay attention.
Yeah, just pay attention.
So a little bit loose on the front end here. I mean, Joan with the much better position. See if Janice can make her correction.
No, this looks nice.
She's a little heavy,
Oh.
but pretty good shot drawn there.
Okay.
Joan's got the 2 in the back. Probably ready for the 1 on the jack now.
Oh, well, this is interesting bowl of Jones.
Yeah, just I think think she went backhand and then just kind of gave up on it and went forehand instead. So, and but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of switching hands that late. All right, here's Janice. Got a chance here. Pretty wide open. Looks pretty nice here. Yeah, it's a good bowl. Real nice there. Gonna put the pressure on Katya here.
For all you folks on a diet out there, I've just been handed a chocolate chip cookie. Thank you very much, Sheila.
Apparently, we're doing good enough to deserve a cookie. At least as far as Sheila's concerned. We earned a cookie. I think she was hesitating. I saw her get about to give it to me. She goes, "No, you've earned it." Right. A little bit of pressure on Katya here. Just and you do have a 10-point lead, but you don't want to give their opponents any kind of numbers. I mean, I think she'd be real happy even if she just cut it down to 1. But you don't want to be short. Yeah. Trying out what she was trying there. And Nancy can swing this pretty freely here. Even if she gets all the way to the back, those 2 Red Bulls, it's not wasted.
Mm-hmm.
She's really heavy here.
Yeah,
That's
there
okay.
you go. That's a good bowl.
Yeah, that works out. Katya needs a couple yards, I think. Shouldn't be in her way. Jess wants to slip that front one. She's going to come underneath it, which I don't think is what you wanted. Weight's much better, though.
Oh, I'm surprised that Nancy's that short.
Yeah, a little overcorrection again. She was probably like 2 to 3 yards through probably with her last one after running into that red one, something like that. But she took off quite a few. All right, see if Katya can put it together. Weight was pretty solid the last one. Just needs to find that road. About halfway between the 2 on the line, frankly.
Bless you, Steve.
Just kind of hanging on her. She might get wrecked on her own. Yeah, she did. That's one of the issues with short bowls, and it's amazing. I mean, that last one was pretty good, but because she had the short bowl, it kind of wrecked that one. All right, Nancy's got a chance for a free draw here to really use it. Even chipping that bowl would be good. Just kind of sailing by again. Don't know if it made it in. Don't think so. Obviously, at least the one.
They agreed on 2.
All right, so well, that's what they needed. So they need some multiples, Santos and Walter. So 2 there. It's 17 to 9 after 12. So that's the first 2, and they need 4 more.
Hello. Miss Katya Spangler has come over and joined us by the booth.
Getting a flyby here.
We've only said nice things.
Well, my partner's doing great. That's a good thing.
Your partner is bowling very well, and so are you. We've watched some beautiful bowls come in.
We got lots of long days.
Yeah, I think so. Skips are their own worst enemy. I've seen, what Gotcha was saying, the kind of things I've heard from you as well, and frankly from Linda. Just always just so hard on yourself, and yet the margin of error is usually so much smaller for skips than it is for leads.
There are usually a few obstructions in your way. That's a skip.
Yeah. To see Janice get off to a good start here,
This
but
is
I
a
don't think
terrible
she
start.
did it. Yeah, that's not what you want when you're down 8, is to be coming up 3 yards short. And there was a
But-
chance.
And there's no one that feels any worse about it than Janice.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm sure.
that's the, you,
Yeah, and here's Joan just with an absolute dagger.
yeah,
And see now, if just even the flow of the game, if Janice would have had her first one, that would have been her first one. Then it's just, you have momentum that you can build
Mm-mm.
off of, and then put pressure on. As it is, your first one's 3 yards short, and then Joan just gets there and just,
yeah, this is
Takes it.
really nice.
Uh,
There you go.
there you go, Janice, make a
There you
nice recovery there.
Mm-hmm.
Now can Joan trade right back? I mean, Joan can afford right now to trade. Janice cannot.
Mm-hmm.
And Joan took a little off. She didn't need to. She was just on the same bowl. I don't know if she was trying to adjust.
It's hard to say.
I mean, you'd like to think if you came over 2 yards shorter than your last bowl that you tried to make an adjustment and you just over adjusted. Here's Janice again. This looks pretty good. Oh,
Just behind.
again, that's just a pretty good shot, good result. But I mean, she hits her own square, then that would have been perfect. She could have hit Jones. That would have been great. I like to see Joan get back to her first bowl. Come all the way to the blue.
Looks like she's missed her line here.
Yeah, she did. Well, it was 17-7 with 5 ends to go. So you're looking to get 5 twos. And they got one. And they're holding one now. So and frankly, it's when you're playing this long of a game, it's not such a bad idea to just, as one of the things that Team USA we always try and do is like to have a little snack or something, even with just like a gummy worm or something, just something to, just a little bite, little piece of candy, just a little, gummy bear, something. I know that's what the guys we did. We had like gummy worms, so we'd have a little gummy worm. This looks really, really good here. Great bowl by Nancy. That's
Very nice.
one of the best draws of the game there, and I had a good time for it. I was curious to see what Katya wants to do. And again, you could see that short bowl of Jones is, kind of really kind of problematic. Katya wants to just go right around it. Even to get second shot, it'd be pretty good. She's a little short here.
Hmm.
And she'd have been better off, of course, being 2 yards heavy than 2 yards short. Probably not in Nancy's way either. Nancy could just play the same bowl. Not too far away. I don't think it kind of
Mm-mm.
made it. If anything, it might give Katya like an edge. She could come off of a little guide bowl. I think she's playing that same hand.
Looks like she's coming forehand. I mean backhand.
Yeah. I think she just wants to add those 2 yards at least. Oh, she switched over. Forehand
she
it is.
switched Forehand.
Got to get around. Janice is all the way to the target.
Oh my
Not
gosh.
far
Oh
away.
my gosh. Oh
Not
my
far
gosh.
away here.
Oh my gosh.
Is it going to fall in?
Yes.
Oh, it does. It might be shot. What a bowl.
Yep. Wow.
That was beautiful shot. I think it's shot. It looks like it. At the
Yeah.
very least, it's a measure. Nancy's going to take a look at it too.
Janice indicated to Nancy it was down. They were down.
That's a wonderful ball and a great time for it. So I think Katya just needed to come over here and smell our cookies that we have going. So,
Oh, she did. She turned down one of my little
Oh, did
espresso candies. Yeah.
I'm sweet enough. All right, here's Nancy. Trying to see if she can get that bowl out of there. He's giving it that, just not going to turn.
No.
Not going to turn. You can see the thought process, though, coming positive. Katya might. It shocked me if she just put this in her pocket, frankly. Yeah. It's a pretty wise choice, I think, there. I don't mind that at all. So, given the nature of the game, you might do something different if you're like, it's early in the game or if you're, down 5 or something, but being up 8, and just 1 is plenty there. So, just winning in. So, it's 18-9 now after 13, and that was an absolute dagger by Katya Spangler-Moore there.
Yes, it was.
So, now puts it against Nancy and Janice. Need 3 threes now to force a tie. It's
Tough. Tough to do.
a tough road to hoe here. So we got 3 ends left of this one, or at least scheduled 3 ends, and then after we have a little break, then we'll be bringing you the pairs championship match. So that'll be something to look forward to.
Do we know what the scores are in any of those games?
I haven't seen anything yet, but
No updates. Okay.
Ann Nunes and Janice Bell had a sizable lead in the one game, and then the other game between I think Julia Gallo and Mare Beath was that was a 1-point game earlier. So, and it wouldn't shock me if that came down to the wire. All right, solid opener from Joan. A little on the short side, but a bull in the head, which I think all they're wanting. I think with this late game, you'd prefer being behind. You're trying to prevent the big number.
Oh,
But
there's a nice ball from
there you go,
Janice.
Janice. That's what you want. Again, you got to make a number, so you got to put your bulls in position so that you can get a number. Likewise for Joan, you want to prevent the number, so you want to do the same. She's got something she could build off of. Probably what's that? At least a yard to this one. This looks really nice. Yeah, I like that a lot. See it just kind of like fighting against the bias. It's just kind of like wobbling and not turning.
This has some good potential on it,
Yeah,
at least
this
from my view of
Looks
it.
really good here. She's got another
Uh,
instant replay. That's well done there, Janice. 2 good bulls. Exactly what
Yeah,
you want.
Yep. Yep.
Exactly what you want. So try and have a really, really tight pocket that you can get numbers to. Interesting. Jones thinking about switching over.
I don't know why.
I think she is trying to play like the singles game as opposed to the pairs game. It's all forgiven if she can actually get it to those 2 rolls. Yeah, it's really well done.
Yeah.
That's a
So,
great bull.
there you go.
And it flopped in. Don't know if it's shot, but it's definitely not more than 1. Yeah, I should just do this again. Just complete the caterpillar here.
Mm-hmm.
You had the body, now get a tail on it. Just hung this one out a little bit, I think. Still a good bull, though. Maybe Jack Lowe. So 18-9 as we're crossing over in this second flight semi of the 2025 Southwest Open women's pairs. Katja Spangler Moore to come up next. You can see the ladies move. I think Gary's got his little shot collar. He hits the button and then they move. Look at this. Another stunner by Katja. Another just solid bowl. Just
Wow.
she's picking her spots. I mean, that's what you like to see from your teammates, period. It's just you should be getting better as the game goes on.
Well, this is one of the tighter heads, at least from my view down here.
Yeah, it's pretty good. There's not too many misses in this one. And frankly, I mean, Nancy's not too bad there. She's maybe a yard away, and that's probably the worst bowl of the bunch. I don't think Katja's going to do much different. She doesn't have any need to.
Hmm.
They got pretty good position. She's got a bull in the head. Probably just going to do it again.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's a pretty good bull there. Another bull in the head. That's all they're really looking for. Didn't change anything. Didn't come heavy through the head. Nancy needs to come heavy through the head, frankly. She needs to change something. She needs to get a piece of her own here. She might do that. Just didn't get the right angle on the collision. That's a nice try, though. I just don't really see any big danger, frankly, right now. I mean, they got the head pretty well covered. I mean, maybe straight back. I think straight back, but it's going to be hard for it to get there. That's the only thing that I see where there's any kind of danger. There's those two blues, and it's got to be perfect. Like you'd have to knock the jack back straight back.
What a bull.
Caught you with another stunner. What a
Touch
shot.
the- Touch the jack.
What a shot there. Yeah, yeah, that's going to cause Nancy to come up, but that is definitely a dagger right there. I mean, I thought that first one was good. No, that wasn't a good bowl. I'll show you a good bowl. I think she can, yeah, she's looking to try and pop it and see if she can get it over to that one. Janice is saying, but man, that's to try and hit a bowl, to hit a jack and have the jack move
Where you want it.
where you want it without having the bowl follow it. Because that's a way. I mean, you're talking about hitting it. I mean, a lot of it, I can't really tell the space of it because I don't think it's sitting right on the jack. So there's got to judge that spacing too. She's probably looking to hit it with like a yard, but she's like just coming at it, period. Just trying to hit it hard,
Oh, might
see what
be-
happens.
Oh, it's going to hit red.
Turn that one over. So it's going to be a couple here. I mean, at least the two. Yeah. Katja's two. So it gets it to 20-9. So an 11-point lead now with 2 ends to go. So
This next end could be the end here.
could easily be the end.
Yeah.
And some people would just be shaking hands now, but I haven't seen too much of that. It seems to be, at least with the women I've seen, it's been a chip in a chair kind of thing. It just, if it's mathematically possible, they've been playing it. So we've had 14 ends, and Katya and Joan have won 10 of them.
Wow.
So just, clearly just been
Mm-hmm.
kind of the better team all the way around. I mean, really, it's just that 1-4 was, they couple twos and one, and the 1-4 that they had, which I think Katya would be the first to say that she had a chance to turn that over. And just came up short twice, and then. But I mean, that's been the only flaw, the only bad end they played. Otherwise, they played this game very, very, very well.
And Katia has come in twice with draw shots right onto the jack in what looked to be an impossible.
Yeah, she said 3 absolute stunners in the last 2 ends. And Joan's been just solid with the head. I mean, her opener here is, 2.5 feet short, but she's been right on the center line, much more consistent throughout, but especially late. It's like she's found the road. Of course, they've been able to play their length they want, so. And pop that one to a foot away. She really should be trying to get her next one behind. I mean, 2's in the budget. What is it? Yeah, if they give up a 2 even, they win. So you just really don't want to give up any big numbers. So,
Mm-hmm.
and Janice, you really don't want to be short. She made the adjustment. In fact, if I was asking for Joan, I would say anything behind the jack's a win. Anything behind the jack in play is a win. That's all I want.
And that's where it looks like it's going.
Yeah, this is
Beautiful
perfectly
ball.
fine. Perfectly fine.
Yes, absolutely. And if Janice drew us one more short, that will be it too.
Yeah, it'll definitely make it harder. Yeah, pretty good. Snuck around there. Got the second there. Pretty good. Surprised it turned on that hand to get around there. And the main thing that Katya doesn't want to do is trying to promote any pose and pulls up, but she's been around the block multiple times, so that's not going to happen. Once again, thank you to Aero Bowls USA for their sponsorship of the live streaming during the Southwest Open for the women. Thank you very much, Aero Bowls. Same line every time. Thank you, Aero Bowls. I'm not even sure what to do. I think the main thing is you just want to be up and into the head if you're Katya and just staying out of their bowls. Yeah, another
Well,
nice one.
That's another.
Anything, I mean, I would have been, anything behind is good, but this is great as well. Again, if unless Nancy and Janice get 3, we're definitely done. They've got to get at least 3 on this end to keep the match going. Nancy's got a pretty good effort here.
That's
Oh man, just another rolling would have helped their cause, but it just finished with that. Gotcha really should just be drawn behind. They don't need anything else. I mean, I don't think the bowl's going to go without the jack.
mm-mm.
So I think she'd be better served just kind of drawing to the back with Jones. That'd be probably fine. Not sure she's thinking about it.
Yeah, she's
Just off from the draw, but hanging right around. Yeah, it's about jack high there. Doesn't look like it from the camera angle, but that last bowl is jack high, jack
Mhm.
level.
jack level, yeah.
Nancy one just kind of rolled hers.
Yeah, I think so.
I think she's ready to go home. Save it for the singles tomorrow.
Oh, yes, singles. I'll be playing in singles.
I think Katya's just trying to come up short or in the draw line on the side. I would have just been playing backhand myself and just trying to come to the back. But she's just opted just kind of rolling. All right, here's probably almost assured the last ball. I don't even see where there's a 3 out here.
No,
And Nancy's kind of
it's-
short.
it's-
So,
you know,
well, she managed to get second shot out of it somehow, I think. But one will definitely be enough. And then that should be it. We should be seeing some handshakes now.
I hope so.
Whoa, whoa. Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like they're calling it.
yeah, they're shaking hands. So it's one on the last for Moore Robbins. They'll take this match 21-9 after 15 ends and win the second flight semi. So they have one more match. Good tournament for Nancy and Janice. So we'll be taking a little break, wait for the other games to finish. And then they're going to start probably about 10 minutes after that. So probably check with us in about 15 to 20, I would think. So maybe a quarter after the hour. Again, thank you to Air Bowls. Thank you to Gary Barnes, the producer, Steve Darmontis on the cameras. Thank you to you, Melanie, for stopping in. I don't know if you're sticking around or not.
Well, thank you for letting me sit in and actually have a microphone.
All right, and this is Scott Roberts. Thank you all very much, and we'll be back in about 15 to 20.
I'll see you
Bye-bye.
then. Bye.